Right now, we're going to take a look at the latest in Chicago real estate news. Dennis Rodkin from Crain's joins us live now. Good morning, Dennis.
Hi,
Hey,
how are
Dennis.
you?
Good, thank you. So let's talk about Chicago year-end data in the housing market. What did it look like?
Well, you know, 2022 was sort of 2 years at once. We had the first half was still booming. The second half really started to collapse. So what we've done is kind of look at what all the neighborhoods and suburbs around Chicago did. About 1 out of 4 ended up with prices flat from 2021. That's not a bad thing because prices were up so much in 2021. And there are places, especially on the North Shore, where prices continued to rise a lot in 2022. In large part because a lot of the buyers there aren't worried about interest rates. They're paying cash.
Yeah.
They're buying multi-million-dollar homes. So the boom continued in those areas. But in places, one of the examples I think is most noteworthy is in McKinley Park, where people are buying moderately priced condos. As interest rates rose, sales really started to crash. Condo sales in McKinley Park were down by 2/3 in 2022 compared to 2021.
All right, a Courtyard building on the Gold Coast has been all or mostly empty since the 90s.
Oh, this story's crazy.
It is crazy. And the terrible
bizarre.
thing, Lauren, is my whole answer is, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I was reading the
asked
article and I was like, it's just like, this is crazy. It's this huge building.
It's a beautiful building.
Yeah.
It was once a 50-room hotel. Later, it had about 20 units. Now it's been converted to 10 condos. It's probably all empty. There might be there might be one unit occupied. It has been empty, as far as we can determine, since 1995. It has been under construction a few times. There was a wall collapsed. There was a fire. It's been under construction, but it has been empty all that time. Property taxes are paid.
Okay, I was going to ask about that because I'm thinking, like, how does it,
Well, and so here's the thing. They've paid over $1 million in property taxes over the course of 20 years, and yet there has been no income coming from the building.
Who's paying it?
The owner of the building.
Yeah, I know that, but who?
Well, a man named Brown.
Oh, so nobody, it's not like a corporation. It's not a.
He has a big real estate portfolio. I tried very hard to reach him. This is old school reporting.
Yeah.
I wrote him a letter. I didn't only call.
Yeah.
Never got any reply. There are theories all over town about why this building is empty. I couldn't document any of them. Would love to talk with him.
Yeah.
And if he's
Yeah.
out there, please call me. But it has sat empty. And the neighbors, it's padlocked. The front gate, the garage door, both padlocked. There may be somebody living in some of it, but generally it's an empty building. And so what's interesting is this is on the Gold Coast. He's not breaking any laws, and people have said, yeah, but there are buildings in Englewood that have been empty longer. Those tend to, in many cases, they're boarded up. They tend to add to the blight in the neighborhood, attract crime. This is doing none of those. He has every right to keep it empty, but how can you afford to?
Right, and since the 90s.
Since 1995, yeah.
Wow.
That's fascinating.
It's really interesting.
It was a fun story to report.
There's a mansion in Lincoln Park with a $15 million price cut.
Oh,
I know where this is.
So the price came down by $15 million.
Yeah.
This listed originally at $50 million in 2016. It later came down to $45 million, and last week came down by a full $15 million. They're asking just under $30 million. It's palatial. It's 25,000 square feet. It's in those blocks south of Lincoln Park where people have built giant homes.
Yeah.
This is one of the most giant. I think I said it's 25,000 square feet. Absolutely spectacular. And I couldn't reach the sellers this time, but what the agent said is they're moving to Florida. They're several years older than when they put it on the market in 2016, ready to go full time. Want to let it go.
Wow. If it gets down to 19, let me know.
I'll give you a call.
All right.
Larry's in that. Lakeshore Drive penthouse, Castle in the Sky.
Oh, well, this one you could get, Larry. You could actually buy 2 of these because this is 9.75. This is actually a different house, so let's talk about this one. This is in Glencoe. They took $6 million off this price. It started at $18 million, went down last week to 12. That's a very big price cut, though it's not a $15 million price cut. This was the home of the man who merged a Chicago company with Pabst in Milwaukee. It's known as the Pabst Mansion. Went through a massive rehab just a few years ago, which is why they were asking $18 million. But it has sat. It has this beautiful pool. It's incredible. I walked through, and they've cut it to 12. So then, do you want to talk about the Castle in the Sky?
Well, let's see what next video they have in the control room, and we'll talk about that one.
This is more of the Pabst Mansion.
All right.
This is the castle in the sky.
See?
So this is the one, more multi-million-dollar price cuts. This started at $24 million. It's now $9.75. So Larry, I know you can give them a call today. They have cut more than $14 million out of the price, but that last cut was only $2 million. And this is a beautiful space. It looks like a castle. It's on the top of a Lakeshore Drive co-op building from the 20s. But the fun story here is the man, he has since died, but the man who was selling this in 1996, remember when Princess Diana came to Chicago?
Yeah.
He broke royal protocol. He sent her flowers and said, I'm going to ask you to dance. And then at a benefit at the Field Museum, he asked her to dance. He was a divorced man, so that was even a bigger breach of protocol. And he was denounced by the British press. He was called a bore and worse for asking her to dance. And so he lived in a castle and was dancing with a princess. He has since died, but now they're asking $9.75 million for this.
I love that. That is great. And the top-rated sport agent's River North condo.
Yes, a man named Austin Brown. He has clients in the NBA with contracts worth over $320 million, nearly $322 million. He has this condo in the old Assumption School in River North. Bought it several years ago. He's had it on the market before, but now it's on the market at $945,000, which is approximately what he paid for it in 2016. I assume he has other homes. He's the co-head of the basketball division of a Los Angeles-based talent agency. And as I say, he's got 29 clients who play in the NBA. He was the 4th-ranked basketball agent by volume.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Dennis, thank you. For more, check out Dennis_Rodkin on Twitter. It's good to see you, Dennis. Thanks.
Thanks, Dennis. Time now for Around Town.
Hey, Anna.
Laura.